Hey there, this is Granison Shines, Chief Marketing Officer here at Direct Business Marketing. And I want to wait a couple more seconds here for everyone to come on the line. So, people coming online, looks like. If you're having a little trouble, if you can't hear me, I should say, go ahead and put some information in the chat window, and I will make sure that I attend to you specifically, try to get you working. So, another 10 seconds here, and then we'll get started. So, in the meantime, I'd like to thank everyone for coming on. Hopefully, you're going to get some information out of this webinar. I'm going to give you some good content that you can take and utilize immediately within your marketing campaign. Okay. So we're going to be talking about how to generate, capture, and convert high quality leads for your mortgage business. And we decided we wanted to do this webinar after talking to a few of our mortgage clients or even mortgage prospects who are now our clients. And we presented to them what I'm going to present to you on how they could turn their lead generation around, especially for those on the internet. We found out some really good information about buying leads, about purchasing leads from certain vendors. And they just kind of opened the floodgates and gave us a synopsis and good information regarding how they currently get leads. And I must say that we were quite shocked. We thought it was a little bit different. When you look at the Google results or the SERPs, the search engine result pages, you'll see that when you type in information regarding mortgages, how the marketing is done, even for those who are running search engine marketing or pay-per-click advertising, a lot of it is all about the rate and how do you differentiate yourself, especially rates change drastically, right? So, and often, I should say too, the frequency of how they change is quite uh, entrenched with the marketing campaign you're going to be doing, right? Well, so they thought, and we presented to them a different way, and they had stellar results. And I'm going to share what we have done with them today. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what we're going to be presenting today. Again, we're going to talk about the more of the marketing process when it comes to generate, capture, store, and nurture, which we'll elaborate on throughout this webinar. So, a little bit about DBM before we get started. We initiated, commenced in 2006. The three of us had different businesses that were already successful doing their own things, and we got together to form a direct response marketing firm that specializes in proving techniques online and offline marketing. So what do? We put together the whole gamut of a campaign for a client, and we devise marketing campaigns that are designed to generate a lead and or make a sale for the product and service right then and there. And that's going to be what we're going to show you guys today. We're talking about generating leads. And then we also give the campaign more value by having more viewers, generating more leads, and which end result is to generate more sales. And we have our marketing process, which we abide by. Again, which we are going to elaborate. I'm going to show you specifically how we do this and what tools you can be using right now to generate the results that we got for our clients in the mortgage industry. Generate, capture, store, nurture. That's our marketing process. Generate, capture, store, nurture. So anytime we are launching a marketing campaign, it is all about generate, capture, store, nurture. I'll be presenting that to you here. So here we are, the leaders of the group. We are the founders, Granison Shines. I manage a lot of the marketing consultants and sales folks. Andrew Hoagland, who he is the self-proclaimed nerd, the geek. He is the CTO. Guy's a genius when it comes to all the developing the unique products that we have that we're going to be showing you today, one of them. And then Mr. Fickbaum, who is also a genius in his own right when it comes to making sure that our clients get the results that they are getting on the day-to-day activities. So he and his team, the content writers, the SEO specialists, the SEO specialists, and project managers, they run this deal once our teams, Drew team and my team, kind of hand it off to them. That's the way we work within our organization. So I study Spanish and psychology and at the University of San Jose State University, and I use more psychology now than I ever have before, especially in terms of marketing and sales. And so, by way of that, I got into this whole marketing thing and discovered some things like copywriting, direct response marketing, what all those things were and how they were pertinent to growing a business, even the corporate business, and how to utilize that even from the 90s all up to 2000s, since we started on business in 2001, and start utilizing the marketing techniques that I've learned from my mentors and all the information that I read and all the seminars and webinars, all those things that really encompassed a full-blown marketing acumen that I now use to generate money for our clients. So we use to generate money for our clients. We all know marketing, which is very, very fortunate, and we all know the sales portion of it because we actually own businesses ourselves before we combine. So one little fun fact you might not know about me is I am a Kung Fu master. That's right. A Sifu, not seafood, but Sifu. As you can see there, SIFU means master or teacher. With over 25, now 26 years of experience and training students from 8 years old, and now some of these guys are married. So I'm up there in the age, but I may not look like it, but nah, I'm not that up to the age. I'm only 42 years old. So I'm going to be showing you from a Kung Fu standpoint how to kick butt on your marketing campaign. All right. So let me paint a picture for you. So this is the deal. Okay. Um, the typical scenario when we talk about marketing for mortgage companies, or when they talk to us about marketing, and I'm going to tell you why we're going to be a little bit different. One, I'm going to give you the content that you need in order to start utilizing better marketing today. Okay, so I'm going to do that. But the typical scenario, which was very surprising, well, some of it was, but there were some portion of it that were understandably so because the industry standard stuff that the industry is just used to doing. But there were some other things that really weighed in, and it was like, wow, this is how they do it. So, for instance, they get with a marketing company that promises quality leads. Okay, but what really happens is a typical scenario is the lead quality is low. Well, they say they're qualified before they get to the mortgage agent, and the mortgage agent usually end up running around trying to track down these leads or trying to get them on the phone. But so there was really no lead value or quality of lead that was really expressed to them. And these are more than one that was just saying this. Okay. So the point number two is that they end up getting with a marketing company that promises some marketing direction also. But at the end of the day, they said there was no strategic direction of what should be done when it comes to marketing. That's the one thing that we're going to do differently within this webinar. I'm going to show you some strategic direction, even though you're not my client. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you and show you the information that we do give to our clients. We talk about intimate intention or attention, then intimate attention when with your marketing campaign. It's as simple as giving us a call. Then we'll make sure that we elaborate more on that. Okay. So the first 2 points they get with these companies, these other marketing companies that really don't deliver on what they have promised. And again, this is across the board of all the people that we've talked to in the mortgage industry. So then they have this other deal here. Point number three is that effective lead generation has been hit and miss for mortgage companies. Remember, they are chasing these leads around. So it's been hit and miss, and there's nothing that's consistent that can have some value for the organization. So there's no sure way to generate leads. Oh, we got a little typo there. So there's no sure way to generate leads, which is like, okay, well, why not? Because there's no strategic direction. So obviously it's going to be a bit more cumbersome in trying to effectively generate leads either online or offline. Okay. Point number four is mortgage companies buy leads from lead gen companies, and we found that you have to have some license or some certificate or something in order to sell mortgage leads to mortgage people. Now, here's the thing about us, which is the difference. We don't sell leads. We'll talk about that later. But those leads are sold and shared with your other competitors. Now, imagine you buying a lead, so say $30 a lead or whatever. I think this one guy was paying up to like $30 a lead for these things. No, for these, or was it more than that? Something like that. I think it was more than that. But let's just say $30 per lead. They're paying $30 a lead. Not only you got it, but maybe 5 to 10 other mortgage companies within your area got it. Now, here's what happens to that lead. That lead now gets inundated in calls from people like you and your business talking about the same thing. After a while, what's going to happen? He's going to find out that, hey, you know what? This is the fourth person they called. I've already develop a relationship with this person, you're out of the door. So you end up chasing these leads that have no value to you. Okay. Number five is mortgage companies obtain leads from real estate agents' IDX systems, which was even more or just as cumbersome because those leads end up being bogus because of false information in the sign-ups form. Yes, you have to create an account in order to get in there and read more information or look at more homes. But so this becomes, this real estate agent passes this on as a lead, and next you know, what are they doing in there? Chasing around some bogus lead because the information in the system is not false. Well, we'll tell you how we circumvent that in a marketing campaign. It's important to pay attention to that in a marketing campaign so you do circumvent the tire kickers of people who aren't ready to really talk to you yet and not give good information. Or if you're going to give good information, make it so that they have to give you at least their real email address in order to get that. Okay. So again, here's another point. Mortgage companies have nothing unique and high value to offer. And I'm going to talk to you about what you can do in order to change that. Because again, as I said earlier, most of the marketing that we've seen, when you type it in Google, any search engine, it's going to be all about rate, 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 right? So it's kind of backwards. You talk about, hey, here's a rate you can get, and that's what draws people in. And then when they call or opt in for something, then they get a call or they have to talk to someone then about the whole your whole consultation process then kicks into play before they even get a rate. Now they may not even get that rate. So this whole bait and switch thing going on, and that actually makes people upset. Trust me, because I had to deal with that in buying a home, several homes before, investment properties or whatever it may be. And next you know, it's a whole bait and switch about this rate and everything else. So it becomes even more cumbersome and the leads get pissed off. But finally, mortgage companies are not generating they're not generating their own leads, only by referral. And that's not even them generating a lead, is it? Nope, it's not. It's a referral. So mortgage companies are not generating their own leads. And some of them have actually, and we've talked to, have actually gone away from trying to generate leads online and trying to generate leads through other marketing and start concentrating on other things, other people, other target markets like real estate agents to bring the leads to them, which then circumvents the whole opportunity for them generating the leads. But then they go back into getting leads from obtaining leads from real estate agents from their IDX, and then so the lead quality is still poor. So what we want to do is talk to you how you can generate your own leads. Now, you have to admit, now, would it be nice and it would be a better spend of your marketing budget to generate your own high quality leads, right? Would you agree with that statement? I'll read that again. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be a better spend on your marketing budget to generate your own high quality leads? Now, this is where the marketing psychology, remember, study psychology here, comes into play on how to do that. Well, you have to have certain mechanisms in place. So, in our whole aspect of systems, we have systems and processes put in place in order to do that. And they're not anything elaborate, it's just how to do it. So what we've seen is that these offers, because there are no unique offers here, the offers that end up being out there in the market. Call now for a free consultation. Download this free ebook. Call us at this number. Contact us widget on the website in the bottom right-hand corner most of the time. Submit a question. Get pre-qualified. Worst of all, giving information without attempting to capture the lead email address at the very, very least. And we had one client who did that. We're like, wait a minute, we have to stop this right now because you're giving away content and you're not getting anything back. And the content wasn't even as, if they even opted into it, there was no opt-in. They just downloaded it. It was like, okay, how many downloads do you have? Well, I don't know. Well, there's no way to track that. And so he's dependent on that marketing piece that they downloaded to do the job of having them call him, which he admittedly so that it didn't work. Okay. So these are the current offerings, and they do not work. So what we're going to talk about is we're going to show you how you can generate your own high quality leads. Generate them yourself. And if you don't have time to do it, I want to do it, yes, we can help you. We'll get to that later on, but let's show you how you can generate them yourself. In order to generate them yourself, you have to have the process and how it all came about. Now, how do we think of how did this come about? Well, we were just like you in your business, meaning that we had to have a way in order to generate leads. We have a service-based business. just like you have a service-based business. And in the service-based business, we had learned how to identify or capture and identify and qualify these leads before we wasted a lot of our time. I don't like tire kickers. You don't like tire kickers. Those are people who come to your site, download information, and or call you. What if you could qualify? We had to think about it. We were like, what if we could qualify these people before we actually send out a quote for this website or do whatever, or for this particular SEO campaign? How can we qualify them before so that we don't waste our time? Because we found out that we get on the consultation with them, and there were some red flags. Maybe the budget wasn't there, or they didn't understand the marketing, understand how to do the marketing, what they needed to do, or they were doing marketing, and they're used to spending goo gobs of money on things that didn't work, and that's a whole different mindset there because they just have this mindset of just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. So we had to fight through that, just like you guys do, just like the mortgage industry do. You have to fight through that and find out all these answers to questions while you're consulting with them. Now, what if you could have that whole thing automated? So this is how we came about. Like, how could we take our whole entire marketing consultation process, put it at the forefront of our marketing campaign, sales, whatever you want to call it, and make sure we qualify the lead for this. So that's how that really came about. So this is all about how you can do what we did and how you can start doing this for yourself. So take a look at the marketing process that we're going to talk about. Okay. First of all, generate, capture, store, nurture. You see right here in the middle, GCSN. So what do we do? So in order to generate, you receive an increase of traffic with leads of sales as we manage. Now we're talking about this time you managing your front end campaign results, including but not limited to utilizing information like PPC or search engine marketing, direct mail, which still works, search engine optimization, content marketing, social media, whatever that may be. Okay. So next, you're going to have a site where you're going to be capturing the information that you're going to have. Okay. So your response marketing or your direct response marketing websites have to have a call to action that's targeted towards your particular audience. This window. Hold on one second. Let me close the window. Actually doing something outside of the office there, and it's making a little bit of noise, so I had to close the window. So making sure you have a capture source on the website and offering something that is unique to that particular industry. Websites have to have a call to action. From there, you should. Now, we found that there are a lot of companies, I would say most, there's still a lot of companies that don't have a storage system or CRM. When I say a CRM, I'm not talking about just one of those systems that send out email. I'm talking about one that can actually keep or retain the information with some goodies like marketing automation or fingerprint browsing technology or whatever, things that could track leads and find out what they're doing, how long they stayed on your site, information like Google Analytics, which is important for websites also. And then from there, nurture. It's all about how to, even converting more. We have found that when you nurture clients, nurture the leads, I should say, nurture the leads as well as clients in order to upsell them, we'll do whatever. Since all of your leads are going to be going to respond the right way, we're going to have to work with an aggressive, we call a lead marketing or lead nurture campaign via direct response marketing that will continue to give them more information and to design to upsell, cross sell. Actually, it's designed to enable them to pull out their information, give it to you so they can buy your product or service. Okay. Especially for the leads who have not converted. Now, your business is just like ours, meaning that we generate a lead first before we actually sell the product. Someone in our organization is going to talk with them before they pull out the wallet or before they get a proposal, do whatever. Same thing with your business. So we have similar businesses. So I understand that this is the process that has to happen. When you get to the nurture piece, that's where the rubber meets the road in order to continue to follow up and do what you need to do in order to convert. So Many of you, if you've registered for this webinar, when you did, you got this free download, this mortgage marketing flowchart. Now, this flowchart here is the flowchart that we designed for our mortgage clients, and this is the flowchart that works. So now let's talk about what to do here, and this is your marketing campaign. Now, if I had to outline, which I did, but if I had to outline, again, which I did right here, if I had to outline, let's talk about the generate section in the green area. If I had to give you every single thing that we do for our mortgage clients that work to generate high quality leads, this is what I would tell you to do. So if we end up talking later on, we end up doing some business later on, here's what I'm going to tell you to do. We're going to say, hey, let's start a PPC campaign. The first thing, if they don't have a budget, if you have even a minimum of $500 budget, the first and only thing we have them do is develop, and what we do for them is initiate a PPC or a search engine marketing campaign. It's the very, very first thing. Forget everything else in the lighter green area, maybe the darker green, we'll talk about that one later on, the JV partner. But if I had to outline what to do first, it would be pay per click because it immediately starts generating leads. If you have a budget of $500 a month, you can generate your own leads that you do not have to share with anyone. Again, leads you don't have to share with anyone regarding lead generation. But it can't be on the whole rate thing. It can't be about rate. We'll talk about what it needs to be later on. But it can't be about rate, because they're going to shop you to death and find someone else that may have a better rate, half a point, and they're someone else. The next thing that I would tell you is search engine optimization. Search engine optimization does work. We like to have a paid strategy and an organic strategy, so you have both going on here from PPC and SEO. After that, we're going to say, hey, let's get into some content marketing. Content marketing, which is all inbound related, meaning that every article information that's published out there, even via SEO or press releases, is going to have a link that will draw them into your website, which we'll talk about the capture source later on. Okay. Email campaign, definitely, because and that would start there also, but those leads that if you have not been nurturing those leads in your database, then that's going to cause some problems for you. So when I say problems, I mean that you'll have people opt out, and that's okay because you want to get to a more responsive list, which is good. And even though they might not buy at that moment, the whole opportunity is top of mind awareness, which you do want to do that. That's why email is kind of more number 4 there. And then social media. You can put information out on social media. Now, remember, social media has to be played very well because it's social, not business media. It's social media. Get on there and be social, and that's the way you're going to draw people in. So when they're ready to buy, you have that top of mind awareness. But last, but definitely not least, is the JV partner opportunity. JV partners are important, meaning especially if you align yourself with someone that doesn't necessarily have to be in your industry. And that's the good thing about it. You just have to have the same client base, same target market, same client type, but market or sell a different product or service. That's the main thing. Same client base, homeowners in your aspect, but market and sell a different product or service that's non-competing. That's the most important thing. Now, if they are active with their list, one of the good things to do is align yourself with this person or people, this business, and then have exchange of information sent out to you. It's a whole different story. But here's, again, in the generate column, this is what I would tell you to do. That's why this little eye chart here, or this little chart here, this little flow chart, is worth its weight in gold, telling you exactly what we do. The only thing is when it comes to the PPC and SEO is the content, the ad, the information that's on the materials that we write, which we can elaborate, talk about later. And most of the time it's specific because it's going to adhere to that particular organization, which is fine. Now, one of the second most important thing, well, I would say the most important thing in this whole general capture source is your capture source. I remember you have to have a unique offer. You should have a unique offer. I'll talk to you about one later. You should have a unique offer, and you can't be, again, trying to generate leads based on the aspect of get a rate, get a quote, sign your name here. It works for some of the bigger companies that have millions of dollars to spend even on PPC. and they go after some of the keywords that are very expensive. But when you start off with people who want to research first, this is where your website is going to really be your biggest proponent to generating leads. Okay, so website with capture source, definitely have that form, that web capture form, opting into your soft offer, which we'll talk about later on. Store area. Here's where we have two different systems. You have the CRM with marketing automation, and then you also have a project management system. Sometimes they can be different. Now, it depends on which system that you utilize and which forms you need for your project management. Most of the time, the I know there's an industry one for the mortgage industry, which is perfectly fine. It integrates with some of your forms and online signature things that you need to, but making sure that the CRM has the ability to track, find out what this person's doing. Do they come back to the site and all these other nuances that are very important in the marketing campaign. And then finally, are the ever so important nurture campaigns, which include making call reminders, making calls, other tasks like sending out an email specifically, but the system also does that automatically, or should do it automatically. The first one that you're going to look at here, and the purpose is the new lead nurture campaign. Again, a new lead nurture campaign. That new lead is going to make sure its whole job is to get that person on the phone. Every single email that goes out, every single call reminder or whatever that goes out to you is all about getting that person on the phone and going from there. Now, during this process right here, you've already taken care of your initial consultation. And I'm going to show you how that whole process got circumvented and didn't come into the last piece here when it was moved up to the forefront of the whole entire marketing campaign. Because usually what we found out is that they get the lead, they call the lead, try to set up an appointment, and then ask all the consultation questions and then go from there. Well, in this one, we flipped the script on you, right? We got the marketing, got the consultation already. So we already know what to talk about. You've already done the consultation automatically, and you didn't even have to ask any questions. And you delivered answers without having to talk to them, right? And now they're in your database in your store system, and now you're converting them to make sure that you keep top of mind awareness, right? So we've already done that part of it already for you, and this is what you can do also. So this is the piece of the most important aspect of this to make sure that you understand, and that's why you here. That this is when the rubber meets the road. This is why you are here, to understand this process here, this whole marketing process, this whole flow chart part. So this is the big picture right here. As you can see, you have all the intricacies of the campaign outlined here. Okay, so from there, this is the marketing process that we utilize to generate over 10 million in leads in 1 month for one company, not total collective companies that we work with in the mortgage industry. No, this is for one gentleman in 1 month. Okay. This is what you can do. And guess what? If when we disengage with this guy, guess what, those leads, he never has to share those leads with anyone. They're his leads. If he want to follow with them a year from now, he still has those leads in his database, and he does not have to worry about anyone else, perhaps unless it's not through this marketing campaign, calling them, because those leads are not shared. Neither did we sell the lead to them. We generated the leads for him in this case because he wanted us to do it, but you can do this yourself. It doesn't take to buy a lead that 5, 10 other people are going to get and track down and chase down this client. So it's more like, who's going to be the first one to tackle this cat, right? Whoever tackles him has his ear. Yeah, you just sit on him and ask him your consultation questions then, right? Well, you don't have to do that through this entire process. So that's the magic of this whole thing. So what mortgage businesses say they need in a marketing campaign are this: a proven scalable system. I'll go to this really quick. Some strategic direction, technological system that enhance collaboration and lead capture, some effective tracking mechanisms. This is what they're telling us: high target, high quality traffic. Now we're tired of this traffic that just, that we don't get this and we don't get that. Effective copywriting. Someone mentioned that because of course that's all. It's all about words and what you say to get more people to opt in. some highly targeted offers. So what do you mean by highly targeted offers? So something that's different and unique, something that can, really effectively generate leads. Well, okay, we understand that. And then the ability to build their own list of leads and clients and things like that. So what we did, and I'm going to share this with you, and this way you can understand how to even enhance the marketing campaign that I just gave you on how to do this. So we developed this product called the Virtual Mortgage Consultation. We developed it with some of these companies and took their initial process. And we said, okay, Mr. and Mrs., this is your solution generating high quality leads before your consultation. They were like, really? No way. And so we explained it. We said, okay, so what do you do? So what do you guys do? Well, we do this. We said, well, how do we know? This is how you know, one, if it's right for you. And this is across the board for not just a mortgage-based business, any service-based business. If the beginning of your business sales process starts with a consultation, right? And before you sell them, you have to talk to them. And you feel it's imperative that you qualify them during that conversation and you educate them about your product or service, right? Then this VXC, which could be X, could be anything, this virtual consultation will definitely work for you. So we developed the virtual mortgage consultation for the mortgage industry. This simple little thing. Now you can see these two gentlemen here consulting one another, but you can see, or you can tell with our system, the consultation. If that's part of your process, then this can work for you, no doubt, no doubt. So what do we do? This is exactly what the system does. We take your initial mortgage consultation process, all those questions and things, right, that you ask the person, and we turn it into a high value, highly desired call to action. That's what we do. We just turned it into a call to action. Why? Because now they don't have to talk to anybody right away, and that has some value to it. They can find out information and get their questions answered that has value to it without having to speak to someone. Well, how do you do that? Well, I'll explain a little bit in here. And it's customized for each particular person. So the answers they give for subject A may be totally different, which generates a different report for subject B, and it does that automatically, right? So with a customized video report. Now, video report, how do we do that? No, it's not you getting on the videos that are already created, and the system takes different videos and answers their questions appropriately based on how they answered the question in your consultation. Right? So with the customized video report as your free deliverable, this is the thing, free, it's highly valued, it's free, and it's immediate. So they get it via their email immediately after answering questions. And here's the psychology part of it again. Oh my gosh, this is how it works. The psychological part of this that really, really works is they are taking time to answer your consultation while they're in front of their computer or on their mobile device. There's not that many questions either. So it's mobile optimized. They can do it from their phone. And next thing you know, they get all these answers, these valuable answers. And guess what you got? You have all that information answered. I'll show you the report in a second. But therefore, creating the highest quality of lead imaginable for your website. So when we presented this to them and they saw the report, they were like, "Oh my gosh, this is good information that we just got from this particular lead." And they haven't even spoken to the lead yet, but they know all this information. And that's what turned it all around. They're like, no way. How did you guys think of this? Well, we sit and think sometimes and just kind of ponder on this stuff and pontificate and all this other kind of, our intellectual conversation with our Harvard voices, right? That's what we do. So we sit there, we think of these things, and the nerd Andrew comes up with this fantastic thing. We're like, hey, this is hot. So that's what happens. So we take your initial mortgage consultation process, turn it into high value, highly desired call to action with a customizable video report as your free deliverable, therefore creating your highest value quality lead imaginable from your website, right? Exactly from your website. So the virtual mortgage consultation, generate, capture, store, nurture, that whole process, right? The VMC is a lead generation marketing system which allows prospects to get key information about your business's service or the products while at the same time generating a high quality lead for your organization. We utilized it for consultation. We utilize your consultation questions and the process to provide answers via a customized video report to the prospect and positions you as the expert in the industry. The end result is a highly qualified and well-educated, well-positioned to engage with your organization lead. That lead is now in your favor. From there, it's all about initiating your sales process to close the deal. So Here's some of the other benefits. Why qualify new prospects without initial human interaction? That has some good value. Why some clients not ready to talk to you yet? They don't want to see you yet. They can see you, depending on how we do the videos, but they may not they want to talk with you yet. Well, we can drive inbound traffic to a free, unique, and informative call to action for leads. Well, why? Because old call to actions are overused and antiquated, and they don't really work anymore. People are still doing them, but they're not really the thing that really. It's not the cat's meow, right? It's not the thing that's happening right now. So it allows you to ask your consultation questions before meeting with the prospect. Why? You'll save time and money. You can weed out the prospects who are not that serious, right? You can tell how they answer some of the questions. Or, I mean, the questions are very direct, but it gives them an answer. And I mean, but still, you can weed them out. Well, you provide valuable service information about via, or should I say, via a video through a customized video report. Why? People love video and interaction. People love this. People love video. Video allows you to be interactive with them without having to speak with them, right? And so that's and they get the answers. And then you capture and automatically drip on them with new leads. Well, why? Well, you can put some of your nurturing follow on autopilot. That's where the CRM, the red section, comes into play. That should be on autopilot. You can store leads in the marketing automation system for your lead nurturing. You want to build your own list of prospects as well as store them in a secure location. Acquire leads at any time during the day or night. That has value right there. People are still searching at night. Sometimes when you're gone, guess what they do at home in their leisure after dinner, feed the kids to bed, they get online, start searching things about mortgage. Well, you can acquire leads and give them the answer automatically and immediately without having to wait till the next day to follow up or then send out the information or whatever it may be. Plus something much more valuable. That's where the power of this thing is because your VXC will always be online. They'll always be online. Just be there. So when they opt in, good. You're good to go. You get information, they get information. It's a win-win. So there you go. Generate higher quality lead and qualified lead. Not just a higher quality lead, but a better qualified lead to your consultants, advisors, your agents, or whatever it may be, your loan officers, whoever, right? Because you want to save time, money, talk to those prospects who are qualified for your service. Now, if you find out during this whole process that their credit score is bad and they're like in the toilet, and they know that, well, guess what? You can weed that one out, give it to someone else, more junior loan officer, whoever it may be, who needs to practice on talking to these people and converting them or doing whatever. So that's kind of the power of that. So let me give you an example, okay? Now that you know how to market, what you should be doing, gave you the whole marketing process, I'm going to show you what we did for these other loan officers or other branch managers and how that worked for them. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly the report, and I'll put my information in it. I'm going to show you exactly the information on the process on how this works. Generate, capture, store, nurture. Okay, now the generate portion of it, guess what? They got there because of PPC or whatever. They got on the site, found that information. So when they go there, they see this right here. They see this little talking head or whatever, right? And so next thing you know, it has all these questions, right? And it says, okay, let's get started. All right, fine, let's get started. We can do it. We can do that. So one of the first questions they ask is this a refinance or a purchase, right? Because that's what you're going to be focusing on. Refis and purchases. Refis for current clients and or purchases for current clients. Refis for new clients, refis for a purchase for new clients. Either way, right? You just answer the question. From there, it goes to the second part of the process. You can see the little progress bar in the black top here. It's now at 33%. It's going up. So start asking some of these other questions that are pertinent to the information that you're going to be asking. Again, we talked about credit score. Now, what if they say the credit score is in the toilet, and like it needs work, 600 or less, and you can't get them a loan at that rate if it's that low? So what are you going to do? Boom. There you go. You know that one could be set to the side for the moment. Work the higher quality ones, right? Of course, of course, of course. So they ask your name and your, information, email address. Now they have to give you their real email address. And it's mandatory. You can see a little asterisk right there. It's required. And they have to do that. We can make the phone number required also, but they have to give you their real email address in order to get the information. Once they complete, it goes to thank you. It says, hey, thank you for the virtual consultation. You'll find a report customized your specific situation, arriving your email box shortly, blah, blah, blah. And within seconds, they get an email. Now, here's what you get, though. You get an email, they get an email. Their email, I'm going to show you their email, but your email is different. Your email has the good information, has the goods, has the good stuff. Your information, here's what you get right here. In your email, you say this person, and it'll talk about the name afterwards, so she just another screenshot. Oh, but they want to purchase. Estimate home 400,000. They got need a loan amount needed 39,000. Blah 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 blah. Right? All these information. This is what you get. This is all the information you get. Child support, all the pertinent questions. Even more so than the military. Who's this? What's their name? Email address and all that good stuff. Right? Boom, done. Fantastic. You get that. They get this. They get an email in their inbox that says, hey, 0 minutes ago. See, I told you within seconds. That one says 0 minutes ago. That means I went right to my email inbox. Boom, it was right there 0 minutes ago. Boom, seconds. Like I said, see, I promised you seconds. There you go, seconds. Virtual mortgage calculator. Boom. Here's your customized report. Your report. Now, when they click on that, your report, they get this. They get they customized video report for Granison Shines, right? 8 different videos according to how I answered the questions. Now that you have the opportunity to look at the results from your virtual consultation, next step is to move forward. You may have detailed questions, you may have some more detailed questions, or maybe you're ready to act. Either case, I'll be contacting you to make sure. That's right, we tell them, I'll be contacting you. Just in case you don't contact me, I'll be contacting you to make sure that you have received your report and ensure that all your questions have been answered. So what do you think besides this email that they got, the first one I just seen you, what do you think the next email that automatically goes out to them says? It says, hey, I just want to make sure you got your video report. If you don't have your video report, here it is again, right? Because it said, I'll be contacting you to make sure you receive your video report. So now we already planted the reason to start following up with them. We already planted the information in their head, psychologically speaking, from a marketing standpoint. We already psychologically put it in their head. I'm going to be contacting you again. They have the information they can call and say, hey, if you're ready to get going, why wait? Here's the number. Here's my email address. Give me a call, right? Now when they do call you, go right to your email or go to your CRM, type in information. There you have their report. Oh, okay, you know everything about it. And they're like, wow, this is cool. Now the value for them is they get to look at these videos. See, it's number 1 of 8 right here. 1 of 8. It goes through all the different pertinent answers and gives them answer. Once they click play, it has a playlist, gives them all the information for the video. Boom, next one. Boom, next video. Boom, 8 different videos. Short, quick, punchy videos that get straight to the point, answer the question. That's the power of that thing. Okay. Now we did all that $10 million worth of leads just with this right here, which you see. Actually, they had our CRM also, so that should be circled. So we did a $500 pay-per-click campaign. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to really emphasize 500. We did a $500 pay-per-click campaign that sent them right to the VXC, the virtual mortgage consultation, put that lead right in their into the CRM, and next thing you know, they're being dripped on and followed up and everything else with the VXC report, and then after that, 2 to 5 other emails. All it took for him to start closing leads, his very own leads that he did not have to buy and share with anyone. I'll say that again, his very own leads that didn't have to buy or share with anyone, and it was as simple as that. It was fantastic. He loves it, generates leads like crazy for him. So we're happy to generate $10 million worth of leads for this gentleman. And that's a deal. So now I know you're probably wondering, okay, and I always make sure I give information, but I also want to make sure if I'm going to show you a system, I'm going to leave you hanging. I will tell you that we do have the system for that to create that unique offer. Of course, that's why I'm presenting that. So one of the things that I want to offer you is the VMC pre-done, already done with the questions and everything else and all the videos. All we have to do is just brand it to your particular organization, and that's as simple as that. Just brand it to your organization. Already done. Don't need to make the videos or everything like that. So we can do that because we've already done that portion of it. We can offer to you at a discount. So we have it starting set up at $2,500. As a matter of fact, that system I will commit to $2,500, which you can make one payment or a couple of payments of $1,250. I don't care. We just make it out to 1 or 2 payments. So either one-time payment of $2,500, or you can actually, as a matter of fact, you could just pay half the first month, and we'll set it up, and then pay half when we're done. I don't even mind doing that. It doesn't matter. We work easy with our clients. So But you get the virtual mortgage consultation for the $25 one-time set. And if that is only $30 a month, and if you want us to manage, now I shared with you the generate, capture, store, nurture piece on how to do that. So if you can see here, just looking at our diagram again here, at PPC needs to be the first one, SEO and everything else. But again, I emphasize start with PPC first. That's the only one you're going to need initially. In fact, what we have other clients who have put more money, didn't do the other four, well actually the other three, because number six they did do a JV partner, but they just added more dollar. Well, we want more leads. Can we throw more money at the PPC? Yeah, you can throw more money at the PPC. So just only thing is gonna just get you more traffic. Okay, good. Let's do that. Let's add on another $1,000. Now they're $1,500 a month or whatever, or even more marketing. So that's the deal. So this concludes this webinar on how to generate high quality leads for your mortgage-based business. It's a pleasure to present this for you, but I always make sure that I give good content on what you can do right now. Remember, generate, capture, store, nurture. Start developing this mindset, some psychological standpoint, marketing mindset to make sure you can do that. Here's my contact information for those of you who want to chat a bit more, 602-369-8119. Send the questions to me, please. We do not have time to answer the questions on this particular webinar, but I will answer them individually. Contact me, send me an email at granison@directbusinessmarketing.com. You can always visit our website, directbusinessmarketing.com. If you want to look at the VXC, just a bit more information, go to vxc.directbusinessmarketing.com. Again, that's vxc.directbusinessmarketing.com. Again, I'm Granison Shines. Thank you very much for attending the webinar. I appreciate everything that you have done for all those who are online. I look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you. Bye.